everybody, my followers and strangers who stumble across my channel. My name is Kazna. I was born in Ukraine, now I live in Canada. I would like to read you one of my poems from my second book called Dreams of Nostradamus, and my poem is called Webcam Channel. Once I sat in a hot tub in a local pool, watched some kids learn to swim from the local school. They were laughing and screaming like a normal kids. They must have nice parents to fulfill all their needs. Across me sat a man. He had lots of tattoos. He had tiger and bear and a Canada goose. He had cross on his shoulders and a Jesus' face. He had skull on the other and a witch wrapped in lace. He had dagger that came to the bleeding heart. Then I saw he has noticed that I look at his art. I said, it's quite a collection that you have on your skin. It's probably biggest that I ever seen. He said every one of them has a story to tell. I got skull at the time that I spent in hell. Witch in a lace I got for my wife. Bleeding heart is mine, but it is her knife. I tattoo the animals that I've seen alive. I have a cougar on my back and a hawk in a dive. I smiled and said, ink would make you look dark if you spend one day at the Noah's Ark. He replied, maybe so, but the money I'd make would make it all worth it. I'd sell pictures I take. I make films and photos and put them online. I have my own channel. It's been a gold mine. I said, good for you. I wish I had you luck. Some people told me that my channel sucked. I posted videos of bison and deer. I live on a farm not too far from here. But statistics point out, most watched are the tubes where women on webcams play with their boobs. You sound like an expert with a smile, he replied. You need a subscribers like I have on mine. You photograph wildlife, I was trying to guess. He replied, it's a wild one, you can say more or less. I have women ride horses and play with their dogs. Little girls in a lake with the nets catching frogs. Little birds and peckers that play in the trees. I just give them some treats and they do as I please. I also feed birds, I said. Isn't it so fun? I wish hunters would use cameras instead of a gun. In the winter I hang suet from the trees. Pileated woodpeckers came when they please. Northern flicker family lives somewhere near. They are those rare birds that you see over here. The pileated woodpeckers are the biggest around. They're more than 2 feet when they stand on the ground. He said, wow, that's impressive. But I like them small. When you train them right, they'll come when you call. In this time, group of kids jumped into the pool. I thought to myself, this guy's pretty cool. One of kids was his daughter and sat by her dad. Started chatting away what the fun she has had. Then introduced to him a girlfriend that she met today and asked, can she come to a house to play? Father said, of course, she is your friend. You can bring your homework and I'll give you a hand. I was impressed by the things that I saw. I thought to myself, he has a good soul. You could see he is doing the best that he can. His girl was so happy. She was probably 10. Then he said to her, nicest thing that I've heard. I love you so much. You're my little bird. In a minute or two, kids went to the slide. He said, I love children, and I don't have to hide. Are you married or single? I answered, divorced. He asked, was it bad? I said, could have been worse. He asked, any kids? I said, no, thank God. If they were like me, I'd be covered in sod. I don't mind children, don't get me wrong. As long they're leashed, they're wrong. Not too long. I got out of the tub before blood turned to curds. He said, look at my channel. It's called Peckers and Birds. I told him I will and wished him good luck. He said, maybe I'll see you when we will be back. On a Google search, I typed name that he said. What I saw on a screen made me feel dead. And I gasped for the air like my lungs were full of water. On a webcam, that man was having sex with his daughter. Today is November 14, 2013. On the news, I've heard that in Toronto was discovered ISA films were coercing Ukrainian and Romanian men to film their children, to make a child pornography, and they were distributing them as DVDs. 348 men was arrested, 108 of them were Canadians. Among them was 40 teachers, 9 doctors, 9 priests. 3 of them were in Alberta. One of them was a professor at University of Alberta, retired professor, and the other one 2 in Calgary. That's why I decided to put this video on the channel. Please subscribe to my channel or buy my book, Dreams of Nostradamus. There's more poems like that. I'm collecting money so I can get my bison out into the freedom. Thank you very much. Have a nice, wonderful life. And don't forget, 1 out of the 3 girls and 1 out of the 5 boys get sexually assaulted before their children, before they're teenagers. So please, let's break the cycle. Thank you.